is up, everybody? We're going to go over the haul that we picked up yesterday, the massive travel where we went and found the figures that we did find. I will go ahead and review the WrestleMania series. I know it came out, a little bit ago, but now that it's actually in stores, I was able to pick up the last couple ones without paying an arm and a leg for them. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let's go ahead with the WrestleManias first. So first guy, we got Cactus Jack, or Mick Foley as he is in this line. I mean, as far as like what he comes with, the Cactus Jack hands, I don't have them here, the Cactus Jack hands, but he comes with those. I like the open fist, obviously. The head scan, though, okay. The head scan for this figure is not great, especially with the true effects that they have going on now. This figure is just really lacking in the head scan department. Still gonna be a good add to the collection, though. My first Cactus Jack in the series. Next up was Kofi Kingston. I got him first when he was released. The figure itself is great, and all the joints move and everything like that. I've been playing with him for a little bit, so this isn't brand new out of the box. But this head scan was awful. This head scan was so awful. That's not the actual head scan. The actual head scan that came with it is this one right here. It's on the basic now. I picked up a basic Kofi and switched the heads. I don't know what was wrong with that head scan, the original one that it came with. But yeah, the one I swapped it with, I'm a bigger fan of the basic version than I was the elite one right here. So we went ahead and head swapped those two. Now, this elite collection comes with the Build-A-Figure here, and I do have funny story about this Booker T here. I did pick this up at another store. However, when I picked it up, it had a Rick Swan in it. So the main reason I picked it up was because I was like, did they goof up? I'm gonna grab this. So, but the Rick Swan that I got out of here, you could tell that the box had been tampered with. So somebody definitely went in there and swapped it out. And not only did they swap it out, but they I don't know if this was a factory default or like what, but all of the joints were super glued together. So it was probably the worst figure buy I've ever had in my life. So I do have an extra pants and hands here. And the Booker T itself, let's pull them out here. It comes with a couple of different arm swaps here. A couple of different hand swaps, I should say. But this is him. Now, I only have one other Booker T, and it was King Booker from a really long time ago. And so I'm pretty excited to get a new one because he's ready to be replaced in my set. And yeah, the torso a little looser than I would like it to be, but not bad. The head scan is a lot better than a lot of what we've been seeing in this WrestleMania line. And of course, you get the Build-A-Figure legs and the arms with this one. He comes with two different sets of hands. He's got the fingers pointing up. He's got the grab ones that I like, and he's got the open fist ones that he does. So cool accessories. I like the figure as a whole. I think it's pretty nice here. So we got Booker T, we got Kofi Kingston, you can get him to stand, we got Cactus Jack back here, and we've got Headless, Dangerous Danny Davis. As I go ahead and finally get the headpiece that I've been missing, go ahead and open the Matt Hardy here. This was the one I really took the longest for me to pick up, really because I had a Matt Hardy from the last Elite line, but also I just picked up the Target exclusive one as well, which came with the boat, so it was harder. Now, while I had seen this in the store, it was harder for me to pick it up hard to justify buying 2 different Matt Hardys, but I finally did it. Finally have the Matt Hardy here. And there goes Cactus Jack. And let's take a look at it. Man, Cactus Jack does not want to stand up. Alright, so he comes with the pointing fingers and the open fists. I believe both of them. Yes, both of them are open fists. So those are the ones I'll be swapping out for him. And, okay, this opens from the front. That's kind of cool. I do like, ooh, it kind of flaps around. That's pretty neat. It flaps around like that. I do like this piece on him. I actually think this might be my favorite Jeff Hardy. The one from the Network Spotlight I pick up first because it was harder to find in the stores, where this one was not that hard. A little cracking of the joints there. Just getting used to it. Torso's nice. So this Matt Hardy here, he's got the Woken. It's the same head scan as the Network Spotlight. Everything is pretty much the same except for those pants. Instead of jeans, you know, they are now the white. And I do like that. I think this might be my favorite Matt Hardy that I own right now. So I'll probably roll with him when I'm playing with figures and stuff. So if you've got the Matt Hardy, you've got the Kofi, you've got the Booker T, and the Dangerous Danny Davis, I can finally pop his head on. If I pop it out here. So the Dangerous Danny Davis. Finally pop that head up. Okay. That's a little hard to pop on. I don't even think that's on. There we go. Alright. The Dangerous Danny Davis. Finally got him completed. I was using an 8 in English, call him Mr. English for a little bit, but now that I got the final piece there. Now, I saw some reviews that some people thought this was pretty loose. It is kind of loose because it comes apart, but mine isn't too bad. It's pretty well put together. I'm excited to actually have a ref in my ring now. And he comes with additional hands. He came with Kofi with additional hands, but I'd rather have the ones that he can actually count with. So you got the Build-A-Figure, Dangerous Danny Davis. You got Matt Hardy. You got Kofi Kingston and Booker T and McFoley. Now, I gotta say, my favorite of this set is probably the Matt Hardy. You know, I would say the Kofi, because he came with the championship belt as well, but that head scan was so awful and switching. Now, when you switch the head, this is definitely my favorite figure of the series. But just as a whole, the way it came, probably Matt Hardy is probably my favorite, followed by Booker T, because those two I feel like was hard to mess up, and then followed by Kofi and Cactus Jack, just the way that they came. So that's the review of the WrestleMania here. I think they are pretty solid figures. I think it's not too hard to, you know, swap out some things if you need to make them better than what they were. As I put on Matt Hardy's coat here. Yeah, I love this coat. This coat that Matt Hardy comes with, I really like that coat. And everybody goes falling. So, let's move on with the next things that we picked up. We picked up a basic Roman Reigns, and we did a head swap here. And this head swap is nice. It looks, I like it. I like the way it looks, but it's really loose on this figure. I don't know if it's going to be like that on all Roman Reigns. And it kind of cracks a little bit when you're twisting it. You can kind of see it's like a bobblehead now. So, I mean, overall, if you're just displaying it and you're looking at it, I think I like it. It's just a good change of pace from the long-haired Roman Reigns that we've gotten in everything there. But I went ahead and switched that last night. So, wanted to tell you guys that from the basic that we picked up. And the Billy Kay, we are going to open it. We are going to open this thing. Even though you could probably get a gold mine for it online, I do like it. And also, you know, my daughter, I let her play with these as well. And it wouldn't be fair if I just get my son something all the time. So, the first thing we got here, we have the accessory hands with her. Now, I kind of have the same gripe I do about the Mandy Rose that we just opened, where it's like, what do you even do with those hands? What are they doing? The other one, like this one's fine. You want to do something like this for a hand? Like, that's cool. But this one, it's like, what? Are you just posing? Like, what? I don't even know what that is doing. Okay. So, if we pull it out here, she comes with a microphone. Definitely could use more of those in my collection. And this one is a Target exclusive. It was kind of hard to find. I do have a Sonya Deville Target exclusive that I had to buy online for a lot. And I was kind of unhappy with that one. The first thing I can tell you right away, no double jointed knees. And that, like, what is... There's not much that makes this, you know, an elite over a basic. And that's one of them that does. And it's fine. You know, I'm not having any issues with the joints like I do with my Sonya Deville one. But dang, man, like, why not the double jointed knees? Because I feel like they do this with exclusives. Like, we don't really want to release it in the line because there's some defects, or we didn't do it the way we wanted to, so they do it as an exclusive. And, man, the double jointed knees. But, you know, her face scan, I gotta say, her face scan is better than it is on the WWE game. It's definitely cooler. The shirt isn't exactly like how the picture is. It is kind of broken in the middle there, where if you look at it on the box that they give you, she just kind of wears a short version of that, and this one kind of goes longer, which is fine. I don't need it to be exactly perfect. I gotta pull them off anyways. My kids will lose them. But yeah, it's a nice figure. All the joints are moving good. That's usually one. You know, this arm's a little tight. This arm's really tight. So you can see it's kind of like bending the arm off there. So that arm's going to be a little bit of an issue. But other than that, it's a pretty good figure. It looks nice. It's going to be a nice, you know, addition to the collection. And let's move on. So yeah, I'm pretty glad that I got this one. Now next we picked up the Ultimate Edition Triple H. It's one of the only ones I don't have in my collection. The other one, I don't have the Ultimate Warrior yet, because I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go all in on the Ultimate Editions just because of the price point, and I'm not sure, you know, how much extra you get for them. But the one thing, so I got my Demon Finn Balor here. The one thing that really bothers me with the Ultimate Editions, sometimes like if this was a Shawn Michaels, and I do have a Shawn Michaels where I can't do it, like, you can't get that pose that you want with Shawn Michaels because the joint arm is so weird, and if you try to like bend it, like half the time the arm socket comes out. You try to bring it back, the arm socket comes out. So I feel like the arm sockets are probably the biggest derail for me on the Ultimate Editions. Now, not all of them are like that, but for my Demon Finn Balor and for my Shawn Michaels, they are like that. So let's go ahead. Let's get this guy opened. Hopefully we don't have any kind of arm issues like I've had for a couple of these now. And the box is just so weird to open. I'm trying to do it on screen, but I have to do it off screen. So many pieces of tape to get this thing open. Taped up at 5 different spots here. I almost want to keep the packaging, but I've still got my Bret Hart one that I kind of store all of my Ultimate Edition accessories in, so I don't really need to. Yeah, we got the old school Triple H. So, let's pull them out. Now, some of these head scans, I wish that they would just have put a bald Triple H up there. I mean, I get it, you want to do the flashback, but I don't know why I want a pooping Triple H head. Other than that, like, this face is good, and this face is good. You got you got the punch hands, you got the open fists, and you got the completely open hands. And you got the hat that he comes with, and you got the chainmail that he comes with, sledgehammer and water bottle, and championship belt. So he's loaded with accessories. So let's check them out right away here. Alright, so the kneecaps. good to go. The toes move for whatever reason. That always cracks my wife up. Why do the toes move? But gotta get it better in focus there. Yeah, the toes move. Joint up here is good. Up there. It doesn't look like I have that issue with this guy here with the arm joints, which is great because that really bothers me. But yeah, I mean, it's standard Ultimate Edition. I think second or third series for this one. I think a third. Shinsuke was in the second. And the chainmail, you can't put it over the head, it looks like. It looks like you got to pop the head off if you want that to go in there. So let's try to pop this off. Pops off pretty easy with these things. Put it over the top. Pop it back on. Comes with the hat. Forward, backwards. Probably backwards. The hat's kind of weird. I probably won't use that for a lot of stuff, but I mean, it's a nice inclusion. So if you would stand, maybe. And it comes with the championship belt. And I got a couple of these old school belts. Bam. Maybe better to put it around the waist. We gotta break it in. Okay. So yeah, I dig the Ultimate Edition. Again, I wish, small gripe, I wish that they would do different head scans, like, you know, like what they actually look like right now. Put that championship belt on. Get the water bottle. Cool accessory. Also comes in one of the Elite Waves that I have not picked up because that Triple H looked exactly like the other Triple H that they released before that. So that's like one of the ones I did not pick up. Cool water bottle. Cool feature. He definitely comes out with a water bottle. So, and of course his signature item, the sledgehammer. The sledgehammer in there. And yeah, there's all his accessories. And we got a couple of different, you know, hand swabs, different head scans you can put up on there. But yeah, overall, I do like this. I'm glad that we picked up what we did yesterday, and appreciate everybody coming out today, checking out the video. If you want to hit the subscribe button, or follow me on Instagram, Dad's Big Show, DBS. I mean, if you look on Instagram, it is Dad's Big Show, but I like to call it DBS for short. Just kind of what I call my show with my kid. You know, when we're wrestling, he's like, well, what's your show called? And I'm like, Dad's Big Show, because I am, you know, the dad or whatever. And yeah, so thanks for checking it out, and hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.